Hello everyone, this is James and welcome to Oops in Java. Today we will talk about methods. So let us start our today's discussion. Methods are the block of code that perform a specific task. So method are the block of code that perform a specific task. Method can be user defined or built-in. Built-in methods we will discuss them later. Till now we have to concentrate on user defined method, the method that we have to define. Other names of method could be a routine or subroutine. It is also known as procedure, function, or subprogram. Let us discuss the structure of a method. To declare a method, we have to follow this syntax. First, the type of the method, then name of the method, and then parameter list. And then comes body of the method. So let us discuss these parts one by one. Type represent the data that method will return after performing calculation or its action. So this type could be primitive type like int, double, and float. And if method is not returning anything, then that type would be void. If it is returning some data, then its type would be that data. Method name is the name of method that is legal identifier in Java. Typically we use verbs to represent method name. Then comes parameter list. Parameters are the values that are passed in the form of type and identifier in the pocket of a method, i.e. inside the parenthesis. What does that mean? We have to pass parameter in the form of type and name. Let's say int a comma float b and so on. So this is type identifier pair that is passed in the pocket of a method inside the parenthesis. Then come method of the body. The curly braces define the method of the body, or it is also known as scope of a method, and inside the method we can write our code. So let us add some method in our class named student. So till now our student class has only 3 instance variable. I'm adding a new method. The name of the method is welcome, and initially it is not taking any parameter, so parameter list is empty. Void mean that this method did not return anything. So inside the method I'm just printing welcome to Oops in Java. You can add more code here. When I call this method with the reference variable, it just print welcome to Oops in Java. So now let's add another method that take parameters. As we discuss, parameters are type identifier values that are passed inside the brackets or parentheses. So I have created a method that has a function to add two numbers, and these numbers are integer a and integer b, which are separated by comma. And inside the print statement I'm adding these two numbers a plus b, and its type is also void. It means that it is not returning us anything. Now let us add a method that would return a value. So let us create a new version of add two numbers method. It is also taking two parameters, but instead of printing, it is returning its addition, and the addition will be of type int, plus int would always be int. So the type of the method is int. If here would be int or float, then type would be float. So for now its type is int. So now let us sum up the discussion. We have talked about methods. Methods are the block of code that perform a specific task. Method could be user defined or built-in. We just discussed user defined method. Later on we will also discuss on built-in method. Method can return any data type, or its if it is not returning any data type, then its type would be void. Method can also take parameters. Parameters are type and identifier pair. We can call a method by dot operator as we can call a instance variable. So now let's quickly practice this piece of code. Go back to your student class, and inside the student class let us add a new method. So I'm adding a new method void welcome. Inside the welcome method, just print this is tilde. Now save this file and go to main method. Let me just skip this piece of code. I have to just concentrate on s1. So now I'm calling the method s1 dot welcome. Quickly save this and run this. Let us see the output. So as you can see, it is printing hello, this is tilde. So quite interesting. Let us add another method in student class which can take parameter. So method is add numbers, and the parameter inside these add two number. I have to add int a comma int b. Let us give it some type. So its type is till now void. Now let us print the sum again. The sum is plus a plus b. Save this and run this project. Oh sorry, I didn't call this method. Inside the main method you have to call this method. So I'm calling this method as you can see s1 dot add numbers, and inside I have to pass two parameter, and let's say I'm passing the parameter 5 and 12. So quite interesting. Save and run this. You can see it is printing the sum is 512. Oh, this is not working well. Let me change something here that I could do, because I have to put parentheses. It is taking int as string. So what does this affect? Let's see the effect now. As you can see, it is printing sum and in the form of 17. Now let us add another method that will return a value. Just copy this, Ctrl V. Inside, change its type. Its type is int, and also here we have to return something. Return a plus b. Save this file. Oh, what's the error? let us remove this method now. So save and run. As you can see that in the main method we have called add2number, but it doesn't print anything because we are not fetching the result. Let us fetch int a. Now let us print and we have to print a and save. So what is the error? It should be int not hitting save and run. So now you can see it is printing 17. So this is how we can create different methods, and those methods could be of a type void or type any type that you would want to return. Thanks for watching this video.